Hi, my name's Wendy Drummond of the Health Hub Ulladulla and Connected Holistic Healing Therapies. Today I'd like to talk to you about hypervigilance. Clients have come to me and asked me how they deal with their hypervigilance. Now, these could be people in high pressure jobs, these could be people who have suffered from some kind of a trauma, these could be people who have an expectation of further trauma. Anyone really who's going through a very stressful time, who cannot seem to get out of that fight or flight mode that they're in, that hypervigilant state that they're in during a traumatic experience. One of the good things about realizing that you are hypervigilant is realizing that there is something you can do about it. You realize you have an issue with hypervigilance, maybe being overprotective, maybe being overly expected that something is going to go very wrong, and usually to a point of like a life-threatening type of scary moment or experience. So realizing that you have this issue with overvigilance or hypervigilance, complete stress and anxiety that overwhelms you to the point where you really aren't functioning on a day-to-day basis, Monday to Friday, Monday to Sunday, working week, family life, social life. If that's not all very generally normal, and you're feeling quite tense all of the time, then you most likely are suffering from hypervigilance or at least heightened anxiety. A really good thing that you can do in those moments is, I'm betting that you realize when you start to feel that it's very strong in this instance. It's not like a minor stress. It's quite a relatively obvious stress. It takes over and consumes you to the point where you may or may not be able to actually contain your mood. You might lash out, either physically or violently. And now, if this is the case, when you do begin to feel this onset of extreme fear, extreme anger, either of those or both of those, I want you to just remember that there is something to work toward and that you are learning to work toward that. And that might be that you say to yourself, I'm learning to see my way through this. I'm learning how to deal with this. And while you're telling yourself you're learning how to deal with this, what I want you to do is I want you to focus on your breathing. I want you to breathe in and out quietly, and I want you to breathe in and out in a balanced way. If you take 4 steps in for breathing on the count of 4, then you breathe out for the count of 4. If you breathe in for the count of 3, you breathe out for the count of 3. I've said this in other videos about breathing. Go ahead and look at them on YouTube or on my website at connectedholistic.com. My videos are all there, and they explain to you how to breathe properly so that you're not shallow breathing. And quite quickly to explain, it's a matter of taking your breath all the way down to the pit of your stomach, and you breathe in an opposite formation. So if you're breathing in, your stomach goes out to fill. When you breathe out, your stomach goes in. But there's more on that in other videos that you'll see on either the website or YouTube. On YouTube, they're just simply under the name of Wendy Drummond, and you'll see my face and you'll find it. So what I want you to do is continue on your breathing. Now, all that does, and I know you quite rightly are probably saying, oh, like that's going to help. It is going to help. It's going to help in that one little instant where you're getting to the point of no return. It just shuts that down, so that what happens is your nervous system comes back into a relaxation state or homeostasis state, out of the fight or flight state, which is what you were in. When you're that stressed and that angry or that fearful, you're ready for anything. You're ready for a life-threatening situation almost. And in a lot of cases, you actually really are ready for a life-threatening situation. So It just takes you out of that fight or flight state, out of that preparedness to fight for your life, and back into a more relaxed state where your nervous system says, okay, I'm alive, everyone around me is alive, there really is no threat here today, I'm overthinking it, I'm taking it in too far, I'm spiraling down that rabbit hole. It stops you from doing that. So please check out my breathing videos. Check out all of my videos. There's not many there. I've kept the library of resources quite small so that if you do want to go through them, it's not going to take you a huge amount of time to do that. Now, with hypervigilance, I absolutely recommend you see somebody. It doesn't have to be me, but whoever you see, you need to trust. You need to know that they understand what hypervigilance is. You need to know that they're equipped to handle it. You need to feel absolutely comfortable with the person that you're speaking with. And you should never leave your appointment stressed out. If you're leaving your appointment stressed out, then you either need to speak to them about that and see if you can work around making sure you're comfortable throughout your session. If you're not comfortable throughout your session, you're probably in the wrong place and you need to seek out someone new. So I'll leave you with that for now. There's plenty more on this subject coming up, and I will continue to put some videos on this particular subject because there really is quite a need for that in our community, particularly with the military and people coming back from overseas, particularly within our police forces and our paramedics, and also people facing traumas due to, anything from car accidents to burglaries to violence in the home. So there is a bit of that, sadly, in our world, and these are things that we need to look at, helping the people who are experiencing these, people who have been victims, past victims, who are still hanging on to their anxiety, who can't let it go. Give me a call or jump on the website, make an appointment, and I'm more than happy to sit down with you, make you a cuppa, and we'll sit down and go through it step by step, bite-sized pieces, so that we can get you through and teach you how to get back to that normal state that you were in prior to the trauma. Okay? All right, it's been good talking with you, and I'll see you again soon.